currently being started up. That is cool. Let me check the syncing. Now I'm waiting to see myself pop up. I might have to refresh, of course. I don't want to officially start this until... And... Up. Yep, there I am. Awesome! We are live! Bow bow, everyone! I say bow bow because, you know, apparently that is the sound I'm supposed to make as a Nidoran. If that Nidoran back in Pewter City is any indication. Go ahead and let the game's opening play one more time, and then we will go ahead and start this up. Although, for the moment, I will go ahead and do some Patreon shoutouts. And those shoutouts are going to Snow Hazard, and a special thanks to my special sponsor, Lit Dragon, who is over there in the chat right now. And always has to be in the chat, because I need some dedicated watcher in here. Also, Lit is cool. He is like kind of a role model for myself. Me having grown up as a raccoon dragon around a dragon named Lit Dragon. That's how things work, right? Role models and stuff. Lit's a good role model. Alright, kind of looking over my notes here. I don't have very many notes. Today, my trainer Red is going to catch a new Pokemon, and we might even make it into Mount Moon. Not sure, got a few trainers that we wound up skipping on the way to Mount Moon. So, that'll take a bit of time. Hopefully we'll be able to get into Mount Moon. Alright, so here we are at the Mount Moon Pokemon Center. Let's just go ahead and start off by talking to people. If you have too many Pokemon, you should store them via PC. That reminds me, does Red have any Pokeballs? Oh, Red has plenty of Pokeballs. Cool. I have 6 Pokeballs set in my belt. At most you can carry 6 Pokemon. Well, including myself, we got 5 on my team. We can hold 1 more. Team Rocket attacks Cerulean citizens. Team Rocket is always in the news. I will refrain from relating that to a current events sort of situation. Hello there! Have I got a deal just for you? I'll let you have a swell Magikarp for just 500 Pokédollars. What do you say? A Pokemon for 500 Pokédollars? That sounds like a steal! In actuality, it is a steal. For the guy who is selling it to us. No, Red is not going to give a nickname to Magikarp. At the very least, we got it in Red's Pokédex now, so let's go ahead and check that out real quick. Should be somewhere in here. It's way in there, isn't it? There it is. Magikarp, the fish Pokemon. Famous for being very unreliable. It can be found swimming in seas, lakes, rivers, and shallow puddles. That is an unfortunate place to be swimming, that last one. So here is the thing about Magikarp. It is the weakest Pokemon. That is no joke. And I don't even mean that it's at level 5. I mean it's just... It's terrible. Well, let's look at its main attack here. Its main attack is Splash. Splash does absolutely nothing. It is literally an attack where the Magikarp just flops around doing nothing. Therefore, you can't even have this thing take part in battle. If you ever want to grind it, you have to bring it into battle and then immediately switch it out for another Pokemon. That is the only way that thing is gaining experience. Eventually, it does learn its own attack at level 15, it'll learn Tackle. And it is when it finally learns its first real attack that you realize this Pokemon still sucks. It barely causes any amount of damage. However, when it reaches level 20, it becomes the all-powerful Gyarados, and that thing is a beast. That thing will wreck you if you are facing off against one. However, I am not interested, and neither is Red. Red is not interested in training a Magikarp, so Red is going to go ahead and store it on someone's PC. We don't know who that PC belongs to, but we're somehow able to log into it regardless. So, first Pokemon of the game that Red will be depositing onto the internet is Magikarp. And the reason we are not interested in Magikarp is, although strong, it is very weak against lightning, and lightning is kind of a common thing in this game, so yeah, not really wanting to deal with that. And I don't just mean it's weak against lightning, I mean it's very weak against lightning, as well as a variety of other attacks. In the end, Gyarados just isn't worth training in my eyes. Did I talk to you? Ouch! I tripped over a rocky Pokemon, Geodude! That is unfortunate. You should watch where you're going. Pokemon or not, be careful what rocks you stumble over. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can find myself a new teammate here. Will it be this Pokemon? Nope. That's just a Spearow. Who's in the lead right now? Ashu? You know what? Just for the sake of adding something to Red's Pokédex, maybe we can catch it. The paralysis will help. I mean, Red has 8 Pokeballs, so got it weakened, got it paralyzed. We should be able to catch it pretty easily. Yep. Alright, Spearow, the tiny bird Pokemon. It is 1 foot tall. I would hardly call that tiny. Inept at flying high. However, it can fly around very fast to protect its territory. And those birds are kind of mean. Alright, Spearow, not a Pokemon that's going to be on our team, so that also gets sent to the PC. I suppose I can deposit it later. As soon as we get the Pokemon that we are looking for. By the way, it is kind of important to fill up Red's Pokédex somewhat, because as this adventure goes along, Red will have the opportunity to get special items depending on how much of his Pokédex has been filled. So that'll be kind of useful. Mankey, I already got a Mankey on my team. Ashu, why are you taking the lead for this anyway? The Pokemon we're looking for is completely immune to you. So who do we want to try to catch this thing? How about Diddy? Diddy hasn't gotten a whole lot of action lately. Unfortunately, the Pokemon that we are looking for is not very common. But I know for a fact that it is, in fact, in this location, because before I started this playthrough up, I still had my old file, which was set right before Mount Moon. And so I was able to make sure that there was, in fact, the Pokemon that I am looking for here. Okay, this is bad. This is very bad. Diddy, maybe you're not the best. Oh, gosh. Ashu. Let's try this, but better. Okay, somebody else take the lead. What's your speed, Diddy? 15? Who has a higher speed than 15? Pepe the Butterfree. Yeah, you got a pretty good speed. You take the lead. Come to think of it, we never checked the Pokédex entries for Metapod and Butterfree. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So, Metapod, the cocoon Pokemon, hardens its shell to protect itself. However, a large impact may cause it to pop out of its shell. That sounds incredibly gross, and as far as I'm aware, that has never actually happened. Meanwhile, we got Butterfree, the butterfly Pokemon. Its wings, covered with poisonous powders, repel water. This allows it to fly in the rain. I actually kind of envy it there. Flying in the rain is not particularly easy. Your wings get all wet with water, and it's like... Not to mention... It's just not easy. I would not recommend flying in the rain to any dragon. Especially any dragon who happens to have fur. Mind you, my wings are more or less furless, for the most part. But that doesn't really make things much easier. Really want this Pokemon. Ideally, I would find this Pokemon before I go through Mount Moon. I could also try finding it after Mount Moon, but if I find it before Mount Moon, that means I can start training it now and not later. It is important to get this Pokemon so that I can train it as soon as possible, because it is not actually a very easy Pokemon to raise. Its starting attacks are a little bit weak. Of course, if anybody is watching this stream after the stream is already over, I will be using a thumbnail that probably gives a pretty good clue on what that Pokemon is going to be. But for anybody who is watching this live, I will not say what it will be. Although if you are familiar enough with this game, you might have a relatively good idea. I mean, considering what I've already ignored so far, that only leaves a couple of possibilities. Surprisingly, I have not found either of those possibilities thus far. Those two possibilities, really not easy to find. So as soon as I figure out where this Pokemon I'm looking for is, let us hope that I don't actually kill it. That would be very, very unfortunate. Alright, this one's gonna be it, right? No. You know, I shouldn't... Red, this is your fault. You shouldn't have caught that Spearow. I know you needed it for your Pokédex, but catching Pokemon actually makes them more common. And Spearow is already a common Pokemon. And now look what you did. We've got Spearows up to our wings. And the occasional Mankey. Really should have thought this through. Hello, the power of hacks. I like your name. Also, I actually have 2 transfer packs, which is ironic considering I don't have Pokemon Stadium. Oh gosh. Wow, really? Man, those level 12 Spearows, they are no joke. I mean, I used to have Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2, but at one point I got rid of them. Can't really remember why. But there's a lot of games that I used to own that I got rid of and kind of regret it. Like Metroid Prime. I don't even remember getting rid of that one. Why did I get rid of that one? That's such an awesome game. Mostly. Parts of it weren't so good, but it was mostly awesome. Pokemon Stadium games are really neat. I mean, you don't get a Pokemon adventure in them, it's mainly for the sake of battling your Pokemon in 3D, which nowadays is nothing special because even the main series games are 3D now. But at the time, it was a novelty. And actually really cool to see your Pokemon in 3D. Plus, the Pokemon Stadium games also had these mini-games in them that were pretty fun. And Pokemon Stadium 2 had an entire encyclopedia on Pokemon. You could look up everything on every Pokemon, and that was oh so handy. And of course, if you wanted to, you could play your Pokemon games on Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. Oh yeah, and it also had rentals. So if you wanted to use a Pokemon that you didn't actually have, you could. The movesets for... Yay! The movesets for random Pokemon or rental Pokemon weren't very good. But it was still pretty handy. Alright, so in case you couldn't tell by my reaction, this is the Pokemon that I was looking for. So hopefully Pepe does not kill it. Just in case, use the weak attacks. Maybe somebody else could use a weak attack. You know what? You want something done right? Do it yourself. Let me handle this. I promise I will not make a huge mistake. In fact, I will completely refrain from using my horn. Alright. I don't want to be screwed over by a critical hit, so I will only attack it one more time. Actually, a critical hit probably would have done it in just then. Okay, you know what? I'm kinda scratched up here. Erica! How about you lower its attack a bit? Actually, a Niagara with Ice Punch sounds pretty interesting. You know what? Let's try to catch it now. I've got plenty of Pokeballs. If it doesn't work, then we'll... Okay, good. Alright, Sandshrew, the mouse Pokemon. Its body is dry. When it gets cold at night, its hide is said to become coated with a fine dew. But that doesn't make it weak to lightning. It is actually completely immune to lightning. Alright, got the Sandshrew. Therefore... there it is. Hooray! Got a full roster now. Alright, nickname. I already know what it's gonna be. It was suggested last week. Not Lantis. Do I want to spell it like that, or do I want it to be 2 words? Oh. 1.5 words. I'll make it 1.5 words. Alright. Transfer to the PC. We'll go ahead and retrieve it. And then we'll go ahead and backtrack through whatever route we are on to deal with the trainers that we skipped. As for that Sandshrew's name, that's kind of an inside joke, but it's an inside joke that you can see for yourself. So over at YouTube, on a channel called Let's Race with RPGM, I took part in a race of Pokemon Red and Blue. And we could choose whichever color we wanted as long as it was either red or blue. Now, most of us wound up choosing blue, and the goal of the race was to make it to Lieutenant Surge. The first person to beat Lieutenant Surge won the race. Now, most of us chose Pokemon Blue, but Lantis wound up choosing Pokemon Red. And he was almost at the end of the race, and he was looking for a Sandshrew, because we were all looking for Sandshrews. Sandshrew was necessary. I forgot. Pokemon sent to PC are not healed. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, we needed a Sandshrew to learn an attack to cut down a bush that was blocking the way to Lieutenant Surge. And we all got our Sandshrews, except for Lantis. He must have been spending like 10 or 15 minutes trying to find that elusive Sandshrew. And he got passed by just about everybody. Because, as it turns out, Sandshrew cannot be found in Pokemon Red. Kind of an whoops on that situation. Also hilarious. It wound up in the best of Let's Race with RPGM video that happened to go up today. Red, go ahead and save. Now then, now that we have not Lantis on our team, let us just head on back towards the start of this area. Oh, or we could deal with this trainer. Eek! Did you touch me? Red didn't touch you. He wasn't even close to you. What are you trying to do? Get him in trouble? Oh gosh, you are trying to get him in trouble. No, no. Anybody who heard the scream, this is not what it looks like. We are not attacking her. She is attacking us. Look, she sent out her Pokemon first. We are just defending ourselves. My gosh, what the heck? Alright, so not Lantis is going to be kind of weak for this fight, but go in and get another O. And there goes not Lantis' only attack. And when we try checking this... Oh gosh, nope, nope, nope. No, we are not doing that. So, when you are outable usable attacks, you wind up using Struggle, which is an okay attack, but you take damage, recoil damage, every time you use it. Alright, Diddy. Kick this Jigglypuff's butt. Please don't take too much damage on your first hit. Okay, that wasn't too much damage, I don't think. Yeah, you could survive another attack. Now, low kick. Okay, good. Diddy's faster. Hooray! That Jigglypuff knows Sing. Being put to sleep would kind of suck. That's it? Yeah, that's it. Route 4 is at the foot of Mount Moon. Thanks for the helpful information, person who tried getting Red in trouble. Screw you. Alright. We'll fight that girl as well. I won't worry about healing not Lantis yet. That look you gave me, it's so intriguing. I imagine this was many kids' first time hearing the word, or seeing the word, intriguing. Oh wait, we're fighting a Rattata. I believe, was it here? Or was it... Oh, there it was. Yeah, that's it. So that color choice, and then make it less murky. Alright, got our purple Rattata. Hello, Tim677. I am playing this game in which I am a Pokemon. In fact, Red, go ahead and send me in. Hopefully I can handle this. I am taking more damage than I would like. Horn attack is okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and... Red, heal me. I'm a little afraid here. I don't want to faint. Alright, I better make this a good attack. Shaking that tail at me weakens my defense. You know, thinking on it, I'm not sure how that works. I just watching that tail wag its butt at me and suddenly I feel weaker. Which is kind of a bad thing. Oh, so close. In this game, quick attack is stronger than tackle, so I could go down on the next hit. Send in my sister. Really don't want to risk fainting from a quick attack. And Erica and I both need some experience. Ideally, we will reach level 12 by the time we get into Mount Moon. Oh, and now my sister has to fight another Nidoran. Well, I guess that's Red's decision not to switch out. Personally, I would not want to fight another Nidoran. Even if I wasn't born a Nidoran, it's not something I would want to do. It would feel a little personal. Alright, so Pepe's in. So poisonous Pokemon are weak against confusion. Like, a lot. It is kind of weird being teamed up with a Pokemon who could probably take me out in a single hit. But I'm just glad that Pepe's on my side. Be nice! What do you mean, be nice? We were having a Pokemon battle! That's the opposite of what you do in Pokemon battles, is be nice. Avoid fights by not letting people see you. Yeah, we know. We already did that once before. Alright, trying to decide here. We both need healing. Okay, so it'll be me and Erica who gets healed. Hey! You're not wearing shorts! Are you related to that kid up there in the corner? Your line about shorts is not as famous as that other kid's. Oh, a Spearow. Level 14 Spearow. You know what? I don't want to fight this. Let Ashchu handle this. Watch it go down in one hit. Okay, maybe two. 3? That is one hardy Spearow, I gotta say. Alright, good. Lost! Incidentally, one thing I've noticed about Pokemon trainers is the less Pokemon they have, the stronger their Pokemon are. Which is why that kid had a level 14 Spearow. If he had another Pokemon, it probably would have been at a lower level. I always wear shorts, even in winter. Good for you, kid. I myself just avoid pants altogether. I got fur. Don't need any pants. Alright. Let's see here. I don't know what level Sandshrew needs to be to learn another attack. You looked at me, didn't you? No. Red is clearly looking away from you right now. What is it with these girls and their accusations? Alright, Pidgey. I could totally handle a Pidgey. Send me in. I am definitely not going to be level 12 for Mount Moon. No, the missing no glitch. Good times, good times. I probably will not be using that. Ah, dang it, don't do that. I will probably not be using that glitch myself. I have never had real issue with it. Oh gosh, stop that. You know what, take me out of this fight. Taking me out of the fight restores my stats, so I'd like to get the sand out of my eyes. But anyway, I will not be using the missing no glitch. I do not want to risk this game, like, breaking in some way. Like a file corrupting or something like that. That would be... Okay, this Pidgey is really annoying. Send me in again. My eyes are better now. Screw you. Alright, well, at least Erica got to level 11. Pidgey. Yeah, you know what? Ashchew! Yeah, that's getting annoying. Actually, it's already annoying. Forget the getting annoying part, it's there. Ashchew don't care. Oh, Ashchew is trying to learn Quick Attack. Can't learn more than 4 moves. That is a thing that is with this game and Pokemon in general. Kind of a weird thing. It would be nice if you could just keep all of your attacks. But it has strategy. Choose what attacks you want to keep and figure out which ones are not so good. In this situation, I think Growl would be the better attack. I'm more likely to have a Pokemon... I'm more likely to weaken my opponent attack-wise than I would defense-wise. Because that way, I can go ahead and switch to another Pokemon, and that other Pokemon won't instantly get hit with a very painful attack. You're mean! Oh my goodness. These girls! You are raising Pokemon to fight! In fact, you sent your Pokemon out first, like that other girl did. Why do you not expect your Pokemon to be defeated? Well, actually, yeah, Missing No Glitch does correct one thing I've noticed. If you've beaten the Elite Four and then use the Missing No Glitch, it corrupts the Hall of Fame. Not really a thing that you would really care got corrupted, but it makes me concerned. Anyway, Red needs to buy some more items. He's out of potions, and an escape rope wouldn't hurt. 10 Oh, wait, no, those are Pokeballs. Don't buy Pokeballs, Red. What are you doing? You got plenty of those. Potions. Buy potions. We cannot buy that many potions. Oh gosh, things are expensive. I'm gonna need those potions though. Buy as many as you can. Alright, onward to Mount Moon. Only if you catch it. That would make sense. Well, I might go ahead and try it out. Maybe. At the same time, I'm kind of trying to do this as legit as I can. I have tried other Pokemon playthroughs where I cheated in some way. Randomized ROM hack and that sort of thing. And it never worked out. So, trying to keep things legit. Alright. What is our current situation? We are fully healed, we bought some items. Let's head into Mount Moon. Have we read the sign yet? Mount Moon Tunnel Entrance. Okay, now we have read the sign. How are you feeling right now, asked Chu? Alright. I can't think of the word. There is a word that I want to use. Content. Ashu looks content. Ooh, TM. What is this one? Is this water gun? I think it's water gun. Yeah, it's water gun. I doubt any of us can learn it. No. Might not actually be a very good attack. You know what? We need money. Let's abscond with this water gun and sell it for some cash. Zubat, whatever. Fight you for the moment. Maybe we could do with some repels. Does that store have repels? I didn't check for repels. Yeah, whatever. Just in case I am not catching Missy No. I have things to say about Zubat, and I will go ahead and say them. Zubat sucks. Like, this is the second dungeon in the game, right there, Mount Moon. First dungeon, of course, was Viridian Forest. Unlike Viridian Forest, Mount Moon does not have any safe spots that you can walk without encountering any Pokemon. And as a result, you can encounter a Pokemon anywhere. Which is unfortunate because the most common Pokemon in Mount Moon is, of course, Zubats. And those guys are annoying. Their attacks are weak, their attacks have slow animations, and they're speedy Pokemon. It is hard to run away from those guys unless you are at a high enough level. In fact, kind of think of it, I don't know that it would do me any good to buy any repels. Because the way repels work is, you put it on your strongest Pokemon, more or less. That's the idea anyway. And repel will scare away any Pokemon at a lower level than your current leading Pokemon. And none of us on my team are that strong right now. Would help a little, but for the most part, not. There's not even repels here anyway. Alright, how much does water gun go for? Because odds are nobody on my team is ever going to need it. That is not very much. Well, can afford 2 more potions. And oh boy, are we going to need them. Alright, back to Mount Moon. Now, when I went through this area right here, Red went ahead and skipped any of the unnecessary trainers, only fighting the trainers that you can't avoid at first. And then, of course, we just went back and went after the trainers we missed. We're not going to be skipping any trainers in Mount Moon, though, because as soon as you leave Mount Moon on the other side, there is a ledge that basically is a one-way trip. So, would not be able to come back here for a while. So, gonna do everything here in Mount Moon that we can right now. Alright, potion, antidote, potion. Okay, you are a bug catcher. Who do we want to deal with the bug catcher? I guess not Lantis to start off. Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? Does Red look like a suspicious man? I'm pretty sure Red is 10 years old. Caterpie? No, Weedle. Poison versus ground. I can't remember if that's very effective. No, it's not very effective. Although I think Notlantis could still be poisoned. Alright, at the risk of being poisoned, Notlantis is gonna just keep on fighting. Get all the experience from this thing. Watch this be the poisoning hit. Called it. Knew it would happen. Only needed one more hit. So of course, this would be when poison would take effect. Ooh, Kakuna. Well, in that case, I should have bought antidotes. Then again, maybe not. No, I think this is the only instance that we'll actually have to worry about poison. Okay, this'll take a bit. Really want Notlantis to have all the experience, though. Thank goodness for the occasional critical hit. Anyway, Sashers are definitely weak to start out. But in this game, they can become pretty strong once they learn a certain attack. So it is worth the effort to raise this Pokemon. And at the very least, this is the only Cocoon Pokemon we're going to have to fight here. One or two more hits should do it. There it goes. Definitely some nice experience from those things. Alright, level 10. And Sandshrew finally learned Sand Attack. You got me! I saw them. I'm sure they're from Team Rocket. Yeah, we'll be meeting them here in just a bit. Beware! Zubat is a bloodsucker. Yeah, we kind of figured that out already. Oh, I remember what Pokemon you have. You know what? Screw that Pokemon. Diddy's going first. What? I'm waiting for my friends to find me here. Alright. Let's battle in the meantime. Only one Pokemon, so it'll be a high level. And it's Clefairy, another Pokemon that can sing you to sleep. Which is why Diddy was being sent in. To do that. Okay, good. Sing at the very least is not very accurate. But when it hits, kinda sucks. Now there's some experience. I lost? That you did. I heard there are some very rare fossils here. Oh yeah, I remember seeing a guy reading about that in the newspaper. Or something. Heard it somewhere. Alright. This place is pretty big, by the way. Gonna be here a while. Multiple branching pathways and that sort of thing. This is the first path. Also, right there is the first member of Team Rocket. Red will ignore him for the moment. Come over here for a HP up. Okay, I know exactly who's gonna get that. Rather, question is, should we use that now? Because as a reminder, to match up with the cartoon, Ashchu is not going to be able to evolve, so all the stat ups that we find are going to go to him. I feel like, though, that these stat ups are more effective when you're at a higher level. So, we'll just hold on to it for now. Oh hey, a Geodude. You know, Geodude looked kind of weird in the original Red and Blue. I don't mean Japan original, I mean American original. Because it's like, it had a pompadour and looked like it was trying to hitchhike. It was kind of weird. We, Team Rocket, are Pokemon gangsters! Enough said, let's fight. Alright. Sandshrew versus Sandshrew. That one's a higher level. You know what? Atlantis, just go ahead and try lowering its accuracy. And then we'll have somebody switch in with the advantage of that Sandshrew's accuracy being lowered. Assuming that we can get the sand attacks in. Okay, this is unfortunate. One sand attack against that Sandshrew, and Atlantis is having a heck of a time knocking sand back. One more time, please? Alright, that'll do. Now I'm gonna want to be sent in again, because I'm still sitting here at level 10. I am not fond of still being at level 10. Yeah. Sandshrews are actually kind of strong defensively. Their attacks suck, but their defense is good. Alright, good. That sand attacking has definitely paid off. Ah, gosh dang it. Like I said, sand attacking pays off. Alright, takes care of that. There's my level. And Rattata. Purple Rattata. I'm going to be fighting it with sand in my eye, so we'll see how well this goes. 25, 16. Same situation as last time I fought Rattata. That lower defense was not good. Alright, last up, Zubat. Team Rocket's favorite Pokemon. Alright, how are you gonna do? Gosh, that's not a good thing. Supersonic confuses you. Being confused kinda sucks. It's a good thing Supersonic is kind of, ugh. You know what? No. I say no. Please don't use Supersonic on Ashchu. Thank you. And this should take care of this. Or we could have Supersonic against Ashchu. Please don't hurt yourself in confusion. You hurt yourself in confusion. That is unfortunate. You know, I will say this about Zubat. They are not a fun Pokemon to raise, but eventually they learn Confuse Ray, which has a much higher accuracy than Supersonic. And being able to confuse Pokemon so easily is awesome. But Zubats are so weak otherwise, it's just not worth it. I blew it! Thanks for giving me your money. Darn it all, my associates won't stand for this. Well, they don't have to know. Okay. That's cool. Red, can we go ahead and try catching this? Red is not interested in training a Clefairy. But these are rare Pokemon. Odds are good that you will wind up playing through the entirety of Mount Moon and not encountering a wild Clefairy. So, this is not an opportunity that Red wants to pass up. Sand attacking, making things a little bit easier. Alright. Rather than try attacking it, let Pepe get in there. And then we'll try to make our way back to the entrance of Mount Moon and heal, as long as we're not too far off from it. Save our potions for the second half of Mount Moon. Okay, try a Pokeball now. Yay! Clefairy, the fairy Pokemon. Adored for their cute looks and playfulness, they are thought to be rare, as they do not appear often. I can tell you for a fact that they are rare. And in fact, I have already told you for a fact that they are rare. It's a fact. Also, here's another fact. Clefairy was originally going to be the mascot of the cartoon. But they wound up deciding that Pikachu would have much more mass appeal. Alright, let's get out of this cave now. Is this a Zubat? Might as well catch a Zubat. I don't think it'll be a difficult Pokemon to catch. Oh boy, you have no idea, Lit. Pokemon definitely would have been weird. In fact, in one of the Pokemon mangas, there's more than one, but in one of them, Red does, in fact, start with a Clefairy. And it is an omnipotent Clefairy. Like, it can talk, and then it can perform magic, and... well, let's just say that things get weird. Like, very, very weird. Oh boy, imagine if the cartoon had been based on that manga. Oh, that was a stronger attack than I expected. I can't remember what that manga is called, but you really want to look it up. It is something you have to see. Alright, Zubat, the bat Pokemon, emits ultrasonic cries while it flies. They act as a sonar used to check for objects in its way. Also, Zubats do not have eyes. That's a thing. I can't imagine what that must be like. That must mean their hearing is really, really good. I wish I could, like, give specific examples of things that get weird in that manga, but at the moment, I'm drawing a blank. Alright, Red, how many Pokemon have you caught so far? 12. You should check with Professor Oak. Get your Pokedex checked. That is a thing that is useful. Except not. It's just interesting. Pokedex completion is 22 Pokemon seen, 12 Pokemon owned. You are primarily judged on how many Pokemon are owned. Professor Oak's rating? You're on the right track. Get a Flash HM for my aid. Yeah, you need at least 10 Pokemon caught in order to get Flash. But we won't be able to get it for a while because it's a little ways into the game. They figure by the time you're able to find Flash, you should have already easily caught a bunch of Pokemon, or 10 Pokemon, even if you weren't trying. No mood change, huh? Alright. How close are me and Erica to level 12? 94... and 86. A few trainer battles would get us to the level we want to be. Anyway, I do believe that I am out of time. So, down at the bottom of the screen is all of my patrons. Being a patron is a thing you can be. Basically, the option is there to have your name in my stream. That's primarily what it is. I used to have other options, but it got... I got overworked doing those other options, so it's basically names. Anyway, the option's there if you're interested. Also, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, because over at my YouTube channel, I am playing an RPG Maker 3 game, and in fact, tomorrow, I'm uploading an episode of that game that is going to be very interesting. I'm going to glitch the game. And I'm also doing Shining Force on the Sega Genesis, aka the Sega Mega Drive. So also check that out. Anyway, next time I will continue through Mount Moon and we will make our way through it and get to Cerulean City. And whether we do anything once we get there, well, it depends on how much time I have. I'll see ya then.